Hey, what's happening, gang? It's Aaron. Welcome to another episode of ModSauce. So I figured I'd go ahead and record a little couple minutes. We need to set up the laser drill thing, and I want to make a crystal chest to put everything in. Basically, what I want to do is see how much Yellorium we use in a 24-hour period, and how much Yellorite we get from this laser drill, which I haven't made yet. Here I was thinking that it was going to be a pain, but then I remembered that we only have the basic recipes. We don't have the thermal expansion recipes like a lot of the packs have. So this is really easy. So we're just going to need one laser drill, and we're going to need 4 prechargers, and I mean, we're just going to make it just like this. If you recall, a long time ago I made a bunch of pink slime anticipating this moment, and I still have plenty. So anybody else, if you need some, come get it. It's a pain in the ass, and it takes a while with that slaughterhouse, so help yourself to the pink slime. I don't mind. I read somewhere that this conduit, the max output is 20,000 per connection, but it'll pull an infinite amount of energy into it. We're going to see if that's the case as well. Right now, I've only got these 2 chunks loaded, and I've got 3 loaded on the other side, so that the turbine, since it spans 4 chunks, a 2x2, so that it doesn't shut down because part of it's not loaded. And I'm going to have to figure out my chunk loader placement over there, because I want to be nice to the server, of course, but I also need to make sure I have everything loaded that I need loaded. I actually had to turn off the cobblestone production because all the machines up there were using all the power from those first generators that we set up. You know, these only make 60 RF a tick, and what do I have? About 7 of them. Well, the pulverizer or powered furnace will use twice that almost. So I turned that off temporarily, and then once I get everything moved, I'll set it back up. We probably have all the bedrockium stuff we're going to need though, so let me make sure I've got everything. I've got a couple of input and output chests for the reactor. I've got the laser drill. I've got some conduit. Ooh, the foci. Let's take this over there and set it up, and we'll come back and we'll make the focuses. Here's what the elevator shaft ended up looking like. I'm going to put invisible lights in here. I haven't made my elevator yet, but it actually would not let me put this stuff on the glass. So luckily there was a space underneath. I just threw some down there. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it, but it didn't turn out exactly how I had imagined. Okay, so first let's do this. We will put a box here and a box here, and we're just going to use transfer nodes because this doesn't need to be fast. So I think the way you can tell what you're using is you can see I think for every Yellorium you might generate 1 cyanite. Maybe something like that. You can see we're not even full right now because I only put like a stack in there to begin with. So it's going to eat up most of this. Actually, we'll put it directly in there. And how about we just leave it without anything, and we'll see how many of these we use in a certain amount of time, and then see how many ores we get back. And I'll just put these in here for now. And what I'm going to do here is I'll just run this conduit off of here a little bit, and ooh, hopefully I've got enough. It might be tricky. I probably should have made a little more. Let's see. I may have to move it 1 block closer, which isn't that big of a deal, but yeah, let's go ahead and do that. until I can make more. Hopefully that'll face the right way. It does. We're going to need to run the conduit. I have to leave room for the chest in the middle. We're going to take one block space to put the laser drill. So we're going to put that there. Laser drill goes in the middle. And then I'm going to have to take it down so I don't get burned up, because that thing will kill you in a hurry. So the chest will go on top, and I've got to work this out so that I get conduit on top of each of these. I don't think I'm going to have enough. I'm going to be a few short. So let's see what the other ones output, because I do have some of these. They put 5,000 out a tick, and I think they will connect to this one. So I don't think it's going to be an issue, since these use 5,000 a piece for a total of 20. We'll just leave that one out, and we'll get the orange stuff and put it over here. Before we do that, we'll just go ahead and dig a hole. This does have to go to bedrock or the void, either one. If water or lava gets in the way, it won't work. So be mindful of that if you've never set one of these up. Alright, there's bedrock, so that's okay. So let's go get that other conduit, and then we'll see what happens. If it's true that it'll take as much power as you can and only output a certain amount, then it might actually be better to use the other conduits anyway. And I have plenty of these, so I've already made a bunch of tesseracts. I mean, we could just put tesseracts on it, but it's kind of a waste of a tesseract to transport energy 4 blocks. I mean, even if you have the resources to waste. See? So that got power in a hurry. Alright, so there are all of those guys. We just need to put our laser drill. And these things are full, which means that... Whoa, maybe I should engage my coils. Look at this, it got up this high, and look at the RF right now. And it'll take a while for this thing to come down. I actually turned this off overnight because I didn't have any place to send the power. So I just started it back up about 10 minutes ago or something like that. But we're working very quickly. We're going to need to put a chest on there. We already got, maybe, I don't know if I mined that or not. But these things are staying full. So that means that whatever I read, if this conduit only carries, it says max output 5120. So that means that, I mean, it implies there's no input limit, but due to the fact that all these use 5,000 apiece and they're all full of energy, I think that's a pretty good indicator that there's no input limit. So we'll put that guy up there. I have it sending power back home just for a little extra. And we already got some stuff. So we're going to let that go for 24 hours, give or take. Or until this is at 0. And we're not using that much, so we should be pretty okay. Let me make sure this is set to auto eject waste. And I put that backwards. Whoops. That's better. And I don't, yeah, I can click past it. Okay. So we're going to let that go. I'll check back with you momentarily for you in 24 hours for me, and we'll see how many ores we've gotten from this thing. I'll go ahead and make the yellow focus now, all 6 of them. I totally forgot about that. Here's the recipe: gold nuggets, emeralds, and then stained glass, which is relatively easy to make. You got to make the ceramic dye, which is just the dye and clay, and then you put that in the glass. And so I'll do that, and I'll see you in just a minute. Hey, welcome back, guys. So I didn't actually wait 24 hours. I watched 2 episodes of Modern Family, and I used 6 cyanite, and I generated 29. And since I fired the thing back up, we've only used 4 and gained 12 more. May or may not be a representative sample, but it's good enough for me. I added 1 more block of Enderium. So we're spinning just under 1800, but we're getting just over 24,000 RF, which is a few more. You know, I had the Enderium, so I figured what the hell. So what I'm going to do, I don't know if I'll do this right now, but I'll probably put, I'm going to relocate this a little bit. I might put it directly underneath or something. I'm not sure. I keep running through the laser and catching myself on fire. But I want to set up a pulverizer and furnace here so that the yellowite goes ahead and gets auto processed and then goes to a chest or something here. Maybe a DSU, because we're going to gain more than we use. And I didn't calculate very well, but I probably have enough resources to make at least a couple more turbines, but we're going to wait on that. At some point I want to do a 1 reactor 4 turbine setup just because, but I have to figure out where to put it and all that stuff. So I wanted to do a couple things today, or for the rest of the episode. I need a couple of stars, and I found some of these in a dungeon. I don't even know where the other ones came from, but I've got enough to make 2 withers. And I've got this stuff, reinforced obsidian. It's witherproof, as you can see by the tooltip. The recipe for this, it's a lot of dark steel. Dark iron bars like that. And this stuff is an Ender IO thing. It's not that expensive, but it takes a long time to make 1 ingot because it takes so much RF. So I figure we'll go fight a couple of these guys in the nether, and I mean, it's not going to be anything probably too exciting, but I want to see if this reinforced stuff actually holds him back. The first time I built it in a test world, I don't think I gave him enough room, and he flew through the corners, so I want to make this one, hopefully I've got enough to make it like 5x5 on the inside. What's up, guys? And I think I probably would be better off without the rapier. And I want to make a wither killing sword, and I want to make a new pick because I don't have a smeltery anymore, so alumite is kind of a pain to make. So I figured I'd make it out of amethyst. But I want to put extra modifiers on it. So let's just, we'll go over a little bit. We'll fly up around wherever the nether bedrock is on the ceiling. And I don't think he can go through that either. Oh, that sucks. I forgot about those guys. Haven't spent a lot of time in the nether. And I can't even hit him without just destroying the area. That's not that big of a deal, really. we'll just clear out a little area here. And it looks like they go away pretty quick. So let me see, that's only 3 high. I may have to mine some of these ores and piss off the pigmen a little. It's worse than Agrarian Skies Nether with those other guys. Alright. So I wish we had flat bedrock. I haven't seen them fall down. Maybe they're at a certain height up here, because when I was mining for quartz before, I didn't see very many of these guys. Alright, so this looks like a pretty decent area, maybe. So let's make this, and I'll probably just fill in right here a little bit. Alright, so hopefully this will work. I didn't have quite as many as I'd like, but we'll see what happens. I don't think he can go through a 2-block space, but knowing my luck, he probably will be able to, and will probably get owned. That's alright. I think he tries to fly up, so I mean, as long as he can't get up through there, it'll probably be okay. And it's probably going to be really loud. I'll go ahead and take this just for the hell of it. Too bad we don't have reinforced glass. We could just keep a wither as a pet. I did not anticipate all those guys falling down everywhere. So that's kind of a problem. But not too much of a problem. Pretty anticlimactic, honestly. But this is a pretty safe way to do it if you can make this stuff. Apparently it'll hold him, so you don't have to worry about him getting out. So I'll probably make more of this and rebuild this actually somewhere closer to the base. Make it available to the public, since I'm sure other people would benefit from something like this. Let me make some room in my inventory. And we'll do another one real quick, just because I could use another nether star. So I actually want to make, I thought of a goal. I want to make a soul shard for everything in the game. Just because. Not bad. Alright, so we got 2 stars, a couple of the yellow hearts, which I believe, yeah, I'm going to make these. I've got a few of the red hearts, but I haven't done anything with them yet. So, man, those guys are annoying. Yeah, this definitely needs to be somewhere that netherrack isn't going to get destroyed. Because these guys are such a nuisance. Alright, let's get out of here. And I thought about making a nether star generator. I don't know how to set up an auto wither spawning system. I know there are a few ways to do it. People have done it, I've heard, but I don't know how to do it. So I'm okay with killing them manually. I think that's it for this episode. There was something else I had to tell you, but I don't remember what it is. Yeah, so that's it, guys. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please leave them down below. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. See you guys next time.